Drills Talk, episode 21. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 4 methods to master work life balance. Shout out to the house. Let's get started. Okay, top 4 methods to master work life balance. Before we start, like, subscribe, comment. Every Monday here, we have a new blog. Every Wednesday, a new vlog. Every Friday, there's a new instrumental produced by Drills. Cool channel to follow. If you have joined, thank you. And if you haven't, please join us. It's a wonderful ride to be on. Let's get started. Number one. Number one is 50-50 is impossible. I know we see work-life balance and we're like, okay, well, work is half and then you got life on the other side and it could be perfect 50-50. You can't do it. I mean, it is impossible. You're not going to be able to be the best business person in the world, the best spouse in the world, and the best parent in the world. Those are most likely 3 different people. Maybe 2 on the spouse and parent side. Possibly can be done by one person, and then you got the other person doing the business stuff. But to be this great person on this side in the work, and then this great person on the other side, you only have 100% of yourself to give, and it's just not going to be. You're not going to get 50% somewhere and be great at anything. It's not a passing grade. Let's just say that. It's something that we attempt to do, and even some jobs will act as if they care about work-life balance, and they'll say, okay, well, this is very important to us. If your family, if there's ever an issue, you go, blah blah blah. That they're giving you permission to leave if something happens with your family. That's your job. If family comes first, you leave. If your job comes first, that's your decision to make. And you won't leave, and maybe your spouse handles a problem that's going on until you can show up. Whatever the agreement is, whatever is understood, but there's no way, get it through your head, no way that you can be great at both. It's not happening. So if you aspire to be this, great chief executive one day at this company that you're starting as a consultant at, then you're gonna have to put in some years and lots of hours at work to even have a chance of getting there. And your family must understand this and know this, and you must understand and know that it may be some things that you're not going to be privy to that's going on in your household because you're the man at work, or you're the woman at work, you're the big boss, and they need you now, and your family needs you. And this brings us to number 2. Make a choice. Number 2 is make a choice, because this is going to get you over the hump in whatever it is you choose to do. You making a choice and knowing that it was your choice is going to make, going as hard as you can in that direction, whatever is, the majority direction, without feeling too bad about what's going to lack. And that's what's going to happen. Whatever you do choose, you can be great in. And whatever you don't choose, you're going to be kind of in. Even if you try your best. Because if you try your best and you're given a 75-25 split, 25 is not that great, right? And so you're not going to get as much as you would get if you were putting 75% of yourself into it. So you making that choice is, hey, I want to be a family person, right? I want to be the great dad or the great mom. I want to know what's going on with my children at all times. I want them to be comfortable going to me and confiding in me if anything happens. That's that family choice, right? That's that life choice. Being there for outside of your immediate family, your aunt or uncle or niece or nephew, your mom, whatever. To always be there and be that ear or that shoulder to lean on, you're not going to be able to be that shoulder to lean on at work. It's just you can't spread yourself that thin. So if that's understood, then hey, maybe you're not going to be a chief executive at this company. Maybe you won't get there. It's going to be very hard to get there. But are you okay with being maybe a director one day? Or maybe even getting to that vice presidency and knowing that, this is probably my ceiling, but I get to, you know, be with my family as much as I want to be with them. And work just is I work. It's something I do, but it's not who I am. But then you can make that choice. It's like, no, work is who I am. And I happen to be a parent. I happen to be a husband. But that's not who I am. It's just part of me. This may sound crazy to some people, especially people who've chosen life over the work. But the people who've chosen work, you understand that, yeah, this is how it is. And this is the choice I've made. And because of this, I have the money that I want to take care of my family if something happens. No, I can't take care of it myself, but I can throw money at the situation and know that it'll be okay. Life is I can be there in person. Now, if something costs too much, maybe I can't pay for it, but at least I have, me to give, my time. And sometimes that's worth more than the money you can throw at some issue. But again, the key is to make a choice. Don't beat yourself up about this. You have to understand that this has to happen. One's going to suffer. Which one? Up to you. Number three. Number three is to be present within each. Now, yes, one's going to lack, but when you're at work, be at work. When you're with your family or living life, live your life. Let's just say you chose, for argument's sake, the work side and you're giving 75% to work. Okay, when you're there, you're there. Anything's needed, you're there. Any decision needs to be made, you're there. But check this out. When you're with your family and you're on that, 2-time, 3-time a year vacation because you got it like that, because you're working and money's cool, right? So you can go on 3 vacations a year. But when you're there, be there. Understand that you're giving them 25% of yourself already. You might as well give them the full 100%. That's going to add up to 25 when you're with them. When you're on vacation, leave the computers alone. When you're on vacation, the emails can wait. When you're on vacation, the phone calls need to go to voicemail. Be there. At least create some sort of memories because you're not going to have a lot and you have to understand that. So let's just flip it and say, okay, I chose life and yeah, my family, we can't go on the huge vacations and maybe we can't do 3 a year, but we can, we can do 2 a year and they're not extravagant places, but maybe we take a drive to the mountains or we take a drive down to the beach and we stay there for a weekend. Cool. That's awesome. But when you get back and you're giving your 25% of yourself to your work, be there. Yes, you are going to dinner with your family out, after work, but work's not over yet. Give your all wherever you are. You're only giving them 25%, and they're actually giving you money to be there, right? So give them their money's worth, and then you can have your time, which is what you really want, with your family and be able to provide and have more fun or a little more fun because you have this job that pays you, even though you're not giving them your all. It's a give and take, right? So understand that you have to be present. You can't do 50-50. You understood that. You made your choice. All right. But now you need to be present when you're wherever you are. Give them your all because it only adds up to 25% or 30%. So, the people who are lacking or the choice that you didn't choose, give them your all because they deserve that part. Work deserves it and your life deserves it because your life's your family and your work is providing, your livelihood. It's giving you your money, it's giving you your food, it's allowing you to live in the house. So even though they're not your number one choice, when you're there, you treat them as if they are. Number four. Number four is understanding the consequences. So you've made the choice to be the big boss. All right. And it took years to get there. Let's say it took 15. That sounds like an entire childhood, right? So you're the big boss now. Everyone straightens up when they see you. Everyone straightens up when they think you're gonna, come around or say something to them. You've earned that, right? Along with the extravagant trips, the fancy car, the close parking spot, the, great benefits and, all the money, the great salary, right? You've earned that. But what did you give up to earn that? What you gave up was that child that was so happy to see you and ran into your arms when you were, when they were 3 years old and you came home. And now they're 17, 18 years old and they're not that excited to see you because they don't really know you. You're not around that much. They know that you provide. They know that you're mom or dad. But if something's going on with them in their head, they're not going to you. They're going to big bro or big sis. They're going to mom or dad. They're going to, maybe grandparents or a cousin or something, but not you because they don't have that relationship with you. They don't trust you like that. And you have to understand that this child has probably gone through 5, 10, 15 things that I have no clue they're going through. And they didn't even mention it to me because we don't have that kind of relationship. That's one of the consequences. You go to work and everybody's, straight up and, hey, how you doing? How's it going? How's it going, boss? Is everything okay? How's the family? And you get home and it's, hey, you hungry? And that's it. But that's what you chose. And of course, vice versa. If you're the family person and you go to work, the people who you may have started with at the company are now the big bosses. And once y'all went out to lunch together and y'all were tight and y'all were even, and now they're here and they're giving you direction. And you may not feel okay with that, but they made that sacrifice. And they made that sacrifice, so you have to understand, okay, well, I did not make that sacrifice. They're where they are because of their choice. Where I am because of my choice. And no, I'm not the big boss, but I make a decent living. I'll be okay. Yeah, I have to, eat crow a little bit and, maybe bite my tongue more than I want to, but whatever. Because after this, I'm going to meet with my, 18-year-old son and 18-year-old daughter, and we're going to talk about which college they want to go to and why they want to go to that college. And they want to know what I think about it. You know who would never have that dinner? That boss of yours who was once your colleague and is telling you what to do and you have to bite your tongue for. So don't feel too bad. Everyone gets paid. It's just not always money. Sometimes it's love from your family. Sometimes it's a fulfilling life. Other times it's plenty of money and a lot of power in a corporate, setting. It's all choice. So understand that when it comes to work-life balance, there are consequences to each choice. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. It'sDrills.com. Episode 21. This was the top 4 methods to mastering work-life balance. Check this out. It's Drills.